everybody, to the first interview on Theatrical with Nerd with the first person who liked Theatrical with Nerd, my friend Ted.
Please.
Ted. Ted has just blown my mind with his confusing last name situation, which is something you run into.
What last name? I'm just Ted, you know?
You're
like
just Ted.
Cher.
But isn't that a problem because there was just that movie with, not Matt Damon, Mark Wahlberg, completely different actor, Mark Wahlberg and Seth MacFarlane. I mean,
Ted?
if you just say you're Ted, they're going to think you're this big walking crude teddy bear.
Yeah, but I'm not vulgar. He's a vulgar.
You're never vulgar?
Never.
Never.
Not
I
ever.
don't know if I believe that. So, Ted, how would you like to introduce yourself? I don't even know.
I'm Ted.
You're Ted. Okay, this is Ted. And Ted, how long have you been out in LA?
2.5 years.
2.5 years. Okay, and you're from where originally?
Ohio.
Ohio. Okay, and you went to school in Ohio, studying
Ohio
theater?
University, yep. I got my BFA in theater performance.
Mm-hmm. And were you acting in high school?
Yeah, mostly musicals.
Mostly musicals.
A couple terrible plays. And some community theater.
Some community theater. What town did you grow up near where you went to college?
About 60 miles north in Zanesville, Ohio, where recently all of those exotic animals were killed.
Yeah, I read about that. They escaped and then they shot them all.
Yeah, well, that was my 6th grade math teacher's animals. All of those animals were hers. Her husband let them out of their cages. He somehow had permits for all of these animals.
Yeah.
He let them out, then destroyed the cages so they couldn't get back in if people caught them. And then he put chicken parts all over himself, shot himself, and then had the lions eat him. So yeah.
That's crazy.
That's where I'm from.
Sounds like the makings of a great actor.
Quite, yes.
Yeah. And what was, how old were you when you knew that acting was what you wanted to do?
I always did shows and stuff, like little shows, throughout elementary school and kind of in middle school. And then I did this random talent show and sang Summer Nights from Greece or whatever. Yeah, Summer Lovin', Summer Nights, whatever it's called.
Yeah, I think so.
And I don't know, the high school choir teacher said she was doing Grease the next year, and I was going to be a sophomore. She wanted me to be in it, so I did that. And it was still kind of nah, I was into sports. I did football and musicals in high school. And I did a few musicals, and then my sophomore year, in between sophomore year and junior year, we went on a trip to France, and then after that we went to London, and we saw Les Mis, and after that, that was it. I was like, yeah, I'm going to be an actor, even though I'm not going to be a musical actor.
Right.
It's just all the passion that was there, every moment, every single moment was just filled with passion, so, it was instant, as soon as they started in Jean Valjean, everyone, they're hammering away, look down, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yep. I just got goosebumps just now. But I was like, yep, I'm going to do this stuff.
So that's the play for you, the defining play, you would say was
It was literally within 2 minutes of watching that show, I was like, yeah, I like this feeling I have here. And I wasn't even in it, so.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. I also saw that show on Broadway right out of, not right out of high school, but I think my first or second year in college. We went on a trip to New York. Maybe it was my third, when I was getting my associates.
It was 20 years ago?
It was many moons ago when I was young and in school. But I remember seeing it and in the same thing, I didn't speak for 20 minutes afterwards.
Just what?
Yeah, exactly. And that part where the flag comes flying out with all the people on the stage, and you're just
And then the kid gets shot.
I know.
Spoiler alert, this play's really old, but
yes.
There is that crappy movie that just came out.
Yes. Oh, I didn't see it. Did you see it?
No, but Russell Crowe's in it, so.
I feel bad about hating on Russell Crowe because I loved him so much in Gladiator and in LA Confidential.
Singing in those.
No, it's true, but I feel like no one's really given him a fair shake in a while, and I think it's so ridiculous because he was amazing in A Beautiful Mind, and he was amazing in it's the Cinderella Man,
That's cool. He should stick to those movies.
did hear this thing, which is, he has a rock band though, you know.
Yeah, well, Les Mis isn't rock.
That's true, even though it does have those like random moments of electric guitar, which were the only part of the whole production that I was always kind of like,
It also had a revolving stage.
It did, the revolving stage.
Like, wow.
I talked to people who didn't see it on a revolving stage, and I'm like,
What?
I know. It's like, why? How does it? It needs the revolving stage.
Yeah.
But it would be awesome to see Hugh Jackman in that, like, on stage.
Like the part where he fights Javert with his blades coming out of his fingers, you know? Like, that would be cool. I would see that then.
You would see that?
I would totally see that then.
It's like the Wolverine, X-Men, Les Mis mashups. What if they started doing movie mashups? Like they do, like, song mashups.
That would be cool, but then the whole story would have ended. Like, he stole the loaf of bread, and then the cops came, and he was just like, get the fuck away. And the cops... I'm not vulgar. I'm not vulgar.
He's not vulgar. He did not just say that on camera.
Editing.
That'll be $1 million charge for your your swearing. And we'll take a coffee break. All right. So, what role do you think you identified with most in Les Mis? Or was it just all of it, which is very
It was
profound?
all of it. I mean, because Javert's not a bad guy. Yeah, he's the bad guy of the story.
Right.
But he's doing his job.
Right. That's true.
He's a good cop.
He's a good cop.
And then he kills himself. Spoiler alert.
That's why LA doesn't believe in good cops, because they know if we had good cops,
They would kill
they
themselves.
would kill themselves. So we
Or
have
jump off a bridge
or jump
after
off a
singing
bridge.
a song called Stars.
Exactly.
Spoiler alert.
This is why we have the most corrupt police force in the nation, I think. Side note, that's political, not theater. Okay, moving on.
Political theater?
Coffee break.
Are we going to write something? Pepsi break.
Okay.
I mean, cola break.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate you liking Theatrical with the Nerd and coming and sharing with
It's a like. Facebook, it's a thumbs up. That's why I liked it.
Would you
I just
forgive me?
like,
I'm old. I'm
click.
learning these things from the young ones.
I'm going to unlike. No. I can't now because I'm going to be part of it. I can't unlike myself.
So I appreciate you coming on here and talking about Les Mis with us.
Yeah.
And how it affected you. How timely. I feel like you really are tapping into current culture. You sure that was your profound show?
Absolutely. I'm just ragging on current culture.
It's true. It's true.
Absolutely.
Well, maybe we should both see the movie. Or would it ruin our profound
Yeah, let's see
rotating
it.
stage?
Let's take some popcorn. Is it still out?
I don't think so.
We're going to rent it.
We're going to rent it or Netflix it or whatever you do. Or find, I don't know. All right, well, and on that note, thank you for tuning in for the first interview on Theatrical with the Nerd with Ted. Not the big walking vulgar teddy bear, but my friend Ted. And
I'm not vulgar.
it's not vulgar. And watch for more to come.